Okay, I need to talk about this because I still don't process it. BTS performed inside the Guggenheim Museum in New York. Like an actual museum. Not a stage, not a stadium, a museum. Imagine going there just to look at art, minding your business, and suddenly BTS starts performing above you. I'm sorry, I would not recover from that. Ever. So from what we've seen, this was part of a special performance tied to TV, but it felt super exclusive. Like one of those, if you were there, you won in life, moments. And the setting? The Guggenheim Spiral. It actually looks insane with the performance. The sound, the visuals, everything feels more cinematic. Also, can we talk about Jin for a second? Of course he shows up looking like worldwide handsome in a museum, like sir, this is already art, you don't need to compete.
Hello, my name is Jin. I'm worldwide handsome, you know?
Yes, we know. Okay, let's continue with the news. They performed new songs Swim and 2.0 and I'm not even exaggerating. The vibe is completely different in that space. It's not just a performance, it feels immersive. Like imagine Jungkook just casually singing and your brain is like, okay cool, I'll just remember this moment forever and never be normal again. And Jimin. Bro. That smile he does when he knows people are watching him. Yeah. One thing I love about BTS is that even in a place like this, they don't act stiff or overly serious. You can tell they're enjoying it. Like is probably in his head thinking, wow, the architecture here is beautiful, while also leading the group like a boss. J-Hope? Just pure energy. That man could perform in a parking lot and still make it feel like the biggest show on earth. And Suga? Just standing there like he's chill, but you know he's judging everything in the best way. Because he's the type of performer that doesn't even need to try too hard, and still steals your attention. Like everyone's going crazy, high energy, big movements. And then there's Suga, just standing there, doing his thing, looking calm like this is just another Tuesday. And somehow, that makes it even cooler. He has that quiet confidence, you know? Like he doesn't need to prove anything anymore. He just shows up, delivers, and that's it. The fans. I don't even need to explain. Pure chaos. People screaming, filming, trying to process what's happening. And I get it, because what do you even do in that situation? Act normal? No. Impossible. I would be there like, trying to film, shaking, forgetting the lyrics, crying, all at the same time. And obviously, the internet went insane. Like, instantly. Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. I saw edits of riding the Guggenheim Spiral like Mario Kart. I saw memes of people saying, this is not a concert, this is a life event. Honestly, BTS fans don't just react, they create content immediately. It's actually impressive. But jokes aside, this is actually a big deal. Because it shows how far BTS has gone. They're not just performing in arenas anymore. They're performing in cultural spaces, iconic places. And it works. It kind of blurs the line between art and performance, and honestly, it fits them. Like, if any group was going to turn a museum into a concert, it was always going to be BTS. But according to several people, it wasn't all a fairy tale. Okay, but not everything about this was perfect. Because yeah, there's actually some controversy around this whole thing. Some fans who were there started posting online saying the experience wasn't what they expected at all. Apparently, people were waiting for hours. Like 5 hours, in the cold, no sleep, and then some of them didn't even get to see BTS properly. Visual. Zoom apartes del texto. Waiting 5 hours, locked in a room, etc. And this is the part that's kinda wild. Some fans said they were literally put in a separate room and had to watch BTS perform for other people next door. Like, imagine being that close, and still not actually being there. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be so frustrated. Now, I don't think this is BTS' fault at all. This sounds way more like a production or organization issue. Because at the end of the day, the members are just performing, they don't control how the audience is managed. But I also understand the fans. If you waited hours, in the cold, no sleep, your expectations are high. So yeah, I get why people were upset. So yeah, on one side, you have this iconic, once-in-a-lifetime performance, and on the other, some fans feeling like the experience wasn't fair. It's one of those situations where both things can be true at the same time. And something interesting is, BTS themselves haven't really said anything about this situation. At least not publicly. Which honestly makes sense. Situations like this are usually handled by production teams, not the artists directly. If anything, from what we saw during the performance, they seemed focused on the show and interacting with the fans that were there. And honestly, this whole performance also made me think about how much BTS has changed, especially aesthetically. Because if you look at where they started, everything used to be way more intense, strong choreography, powerful concepts, very loud visually. It was all about impact. But now, it feels more refined, more minimal, even, like they've learned that they don't need to do the most to stand out anymore. This Guggenheim performance is a perfect example. The space is clean, the visuals are simple, and they just exist in it. And somehow that makes it feel bigger, not smaller. And also, can we talk about the styling for a second? Because this slightly nautical, almost sailor-inspired look they've been going for lately? Yeah, it works. Like, really works. It's clean, it's elegant, but still relaxed, and I don't know what it is, but it just makes them look even more attractive without trying too hard. It's not flashy, it's not over the top, it's just confident. And I think that's the difference now. They're not dressing to impress, they just naturally do. It's more about presence now. About control. About knowing exactly what you're doing and not overdoing it. And I think that's a big shift. They've gone from trying to prove themselves to just owning their place. Even the way they move, the way they look at the camera, the styling, everything feels more intentional. Less chaotic, more artistic. It almost feels like they're stepping into something closer to performance art, not just concerts. Fun fact, performance art focuses on the action and presence of the artist to produce the work, leaving aside the production of material objects. And if this is the direction they're going in, it actually says a lot about their future. Because this doesn't look like a group that's slowing down, it looks like a group that's evolving. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more performances in unconventional places, more artistic concepts, maybe even collaborations outside of music, like fashion or visual projects. They've already done stadiums, they've already dominated charts, so now it feels like they're thinking long-term. Like legacy. And honestly, if this performance is anything to go by, their next era might be less about being loud, and more about just being unforgettable. For me, this is one of those moments that just reminds you why people love them so much. It's not just the music, it's the experience, the unpredictability, the connection. And yeah, I'm a little jealous of everyone who was there. Not gonna lie. Have you seen its triumphant return on Netflix yet? And have you seen the TikTok animation when you search BTS? So yeah, BTS in a museum. Still sounds unreal. Let me know what you think. Would you survive this situation or just pass out on the spot? And also, what was your favorite moment or meme from this? Because I know you've seen them. Oh, and I'm curious. Who's your bias? And do you think this new aesthetic actually suits them? Also, what do you think about the whole situation with the fans? Was it fair, or could it have been handled better? And if I missed anything important, let me know in the comments. I'll always read you guys. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. More K-pop chaos coming soon. Love you guys.